Hi guys, welcome to part 1 of What If Naruto Was the Neglected God. Before we start this what if, I just want to say that I'm sorry for not uploading before. I was really busy in the past few months so I couldn't upload, but from now on I will start uploading videos once or twice every week, and I will definitely finish this what if. And before I start, I also want to say that this is my own what if. It's not, and so please do not ask for the links for the fan fiction. Okay, so let's just get this what if started. We start this what if at the Nine Tails attack. You can see the Nine Tails being held down by chains coming from the back of a red-headed Kunoichi, who has a huge hole through her chest, blood leaking out of it. The Ninetales uses all of its strength to break out of the chains and swiftly moves his claws to kill the redhead. But suddenly there was a yellow flash with a shout of Kushina next to the redhead, now known as Kushina. And from the flash appears a blond man with a cloak that says Fourth Hokage. The blond man quickly picks up Kushina and flashes away. He appears next to three people and says, Tsunade, heal her please! The blonde woman, known as Tsunade, rushes forward and starts trying to heal Kushina. After a few seconds, she says, I'm sorry, Minato, but having the nine tails extracted from her, and because of the hole in her chest, she only has 5 minutes to live. That is too cause of her Uzumaki genes. If it had been any other kunoichi or shinobi, they would have already been dead. The blond man, now known as Minato, started crying a little, but he couldn't yet. He has a village to protect and a nine tails to defeat. He was going to flash to the Nine Tails, but before he could, a long white-haired man and a old man with a big staff tell him to wait. And before they could speak again, they hear Kushina's weak voice saying, Minato. Minato rushes to Kushina's side. My children, where are they? Says Kushina weakly. Minato quickly flashes away and comes back with three babies in his hands and gently puts them next to Kushina. Kushina says Naruto, Mito, Naruko and starts giving the three babies a speech before dying. That speech includes everything that Kushina said to Naruto in canon and a few extra stuff that I'm too lazy to think of and write. So use your imagination. After the speech was over, Kushina dies. Also, if you're wondering what the Nine Tails is doing while all this is happening, it's fighting Gamabunta and Katsuya, a little far from the village, as Minato teleported it there after his battle with the masked man who released and controlled it. The old man from before puts a hand on Minato, saying that he was going to flash to the Nine Tails again. Minato, stop. We can't defeat the Nine Tails. You are already too low on chakra to be able to use the Flying Thunder God more than 7 more times. It's best if we use the plan we made before in case anything like this ever happened, said the old man. But Lord told, we can't. Who will take care of my children if I use the Reaper Death Seal? The plan was to seal the Nine Tails into my children if this ever happened. But that included one of the parents being alive, and my wife has just died from the beast, so we can't use it. Minato said the last line in a little louder. Who said about you using the Reaper Death Shield? Asked Lord Toad. Minato's eyes widened. But Lord Toad, you can't. The village does not need me. I'm too old to take care of the seat. To take the seat again if you die, and I would rather die protecting the village than of old age, Lord Toad said, cutting off Minato from talking. After some time of discussing, Minato finally agreed and teleported to the Nine Tails with the old man and the long white-haired man. Minato and the white-haired man rushed at the Nine Tails. Minato then shouted, Jiraiya Sensei, no! The white-haired man, now known as Jiraiya, quickly did hand seals and the seals began to glow around the nine tails. And suddenly the nine tails stopped moving. Tails Beast Movement Restriction Seal complete, said Jiraiya. A second later, he shouted, Hiruzen Sensei, do it now! I can only hold the nine tails in place for 20 more seconds. Hiruzen, also known as Lord Toad, quickly did hand signs and used the Reaper Death Seal to seal 90% of the chakra of the nine tails into Naruto and 5% each into Mito and Naruko. And the dead god took Hiruzen's soul and left. Minato Jiraiya collected Hiruzen's body and the children and left the battle area. A day later, everyone celebrated for the Ninetales' defeat and mourned the Lord Turtle's death. 3 years later, right now you find Minato arguing with the council. I'm not going to let the villagers hurt my son and let them get away with it. Minato roared at the council. How did it get to this point, you might wonder? Well, a year ago, Donzo found out about Naruto being a Jinchuriki. He doesn't know about Mito and Naruto though. He announced Naruto's Jinchuriki status to the village, and from then, the villagers started to see Naruto as the Nine Tails, and would glare at him when Minato's not around all Naruto's Anbu guards. A month ago, they tried to hurt Naruto, and of course, Minato found out about this and stopped them and punished all them too. But a week ago, they started demanding to get their revenge. Minato, of course, did not let them, which caused the uproar in the village. And right now, the shinobi and civilian councils are trying to convince Minato to let the villagers get their revenge. Because there is a chance of a rebellion against the village breaking out soon. Troublesome. I know you care for your son Minato, but we need to stop the village from causing a rebellion because there might be a war and lots of death, said Sukaku, Shikamaru's father. Not you too, Shikaku, said Minato. I'm telling you all this again, and for the final time, I'm not going to let the village use my son to get Before Minato could finish, the entrance of the council chamber opened, and the Fire Lord came in. Minato, Donzo informed me of the villagers' rebellion and not getting their revenge. I do not want the other villages attacking us at the moment, as Konoha has suffered a lot from the Nine Tails attack 3 years ago. The only reason they haven't attacked yet is cause of you being alive, and they probably will now if they hear word of the rebellion. So it's better if you let the village get their revenge, said the Fire Lord. But he's not the Nine Tails, he's my son, said Minato. Minato, the villagers don't understand that he's not the Nine Tails. Plus, you're the Hokage. There are times you need to make hard decisions like this. If you can't, then you are not fit to be Hokage, and I will demote you and make Donzo the new Hokage, said the Fire Lord. Minato gritted his teeth, while Donzo smirked. Fine, the village can get their revenge, said Minato. He can't let Donzo become Hokage. Plus, in a few years, after Naruto becomes a genin, any villager who will attack him will get punished, as it is a law. If anyone, a part of Konoha, hurts a Konoha shinobi or kunoichi, they get punished. So he can make the villagers who hurt his son pay. Little did he know, he and Konoha just made the biggest mistake of their lives. Naruto, from the age of 3.5, which is the age he started going out on his own, was beaten brutally by the villagers. He didn't understand why at first. He tried to talk to his father about it, but Minato just ignored him. Minato couldn't help his son because the Fire Lord also told him he can't help or lose his Hokage job and Donzo will become Hokage. So even if he feels really guilty about the situation Naruto is in, he can't help. At the age of 5, Naruto found out he has nine tails in him, or rather, he thinks he is the nine tails who attacked the village. Cause the villagers always call him Nine Tails and hate him. And his father, in his mind, hates him too. Cause Minato keeps ignoring Naruto. At the age of 5, Naruto's point of view. Naruto was walking around. I was walking around the village, but suddenly I was pulled into an alleyway, and the villagers started beating me again for like the 100th time of my life. I can't even keep the count about how many times I was beaten anymore. After some time of beating, I saw Minato and his daughters walking by the alley. After Minato's daughters saw me, they tried to rush and come help me, but Minato stopped them and took them away while the villagers kept on beating me. After after Naruto started thinking he is the Nine Tails, he stopped calling Minato his father or his sisters as his sisters. Later that day, I secretly listened in on Minato telling his daughters about me having the nine tails sealed inside of me and that it was controlling me, and it will take a few years for the seal that was holding the nine tails in me to get full strong and stop the nine tails from controlling me. I instantly knew I was not the nine tails and it was just sealed inside me, and I also knew that it was not being and I was not being controlled by it. I knew Minato was lying. After I hoped that the Minato's daughters would at least not trust Minato and find out it is and hope that they find out that Minato was lying. But my hopes all drained when they started to look scared, and they just said okay to their father and left to their room. My hatred towards the village and the Hokage's family increased a lot. Naruto, age 6, Naruto's point of view. Right now, I was being beaten. I was getting the biggest beating I ever got from the villagers. They were trying to kill me and get rid of the demon in their eyes, even if they have been told not to kill me. After some time of the beating, I was about to go unconscious, but before I did, I saw a black and white thing, a black and white plant-like thing rise from the ground, and multiple white human-like things rise from the ground as well. Sometime later, I opened my eyes to see I was in a dark cave. Where am I? I said out loud. Suddenly, I hear a voice to the left of me. You are at my hideout. I looked to the left to see a old man with long white hair who is attached to a giant statue behind him. I don't understand. That statue looked really scary though. It had 9 eyes, all closed. The next lines that the old man said shocked Naruto. Hello, my great grandson. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the video here. The next part of this what if will be uploaded probably by next week, or if I have time, I might upload it in 3-4 days. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And also, if you like the Free Fire gameplay in the background and you want me to upload more Free Fire gameplay videos instead of adding it as a background to my what if videos, then just comment it in the comment section, and then I will upload and start uploading Free Fire gameplay videos. Also, if you want to get notifications, then when I upload my what if videos, then turn on the notifications so you can get them. Thank you for watching my video and bye.